Hello, Math Masterminds. Today we're going to focus on compound interest. And I want you to notice that the formula is quite different from simple interest. So here we have the formula. It's found on your mathematics reference chart. The A represents the amount in the account after any number of years. It's the final balance that will be in the account. P represents the principal amount, and that's usually in dollars, just like before. R represents the interest rate, and it's normally in percent, same as with simple interest. And T represents time in years. Let's take a look at an example. You deposit $400 in an account that earns 5% interest compounded annually. What is the balance in your account after 4 years? In your calculation, round to the nearest cent because we're referring to money. We start with our formula. Now we're going to substitute the values for the variables. So where I see P, which is principal, I deposited $400, so that becomes my principal. My regular formula calls for 1 plus my rate, and my rate is 5%, but remember, we have to change that percent to a decimal. So it becomes 500ths, and we're going to group that amount. And now the time is actually an exponent. So we're given 4 years, so I'm going to have an exponent of 4. So go ahead and put this amount in your calculator. We put the 400, open parenthesis, 1 plus 500ths, close parenthesis, power of 4, press enter, and we will see that we get $486.20 will be in our account. Now, you have to be mindful that with this amount, we only deposited $400, so that extra amount is interest earned. $86.26 is the interest earned. So in order to find the interest, when we're talking about compound interest, we actually have to subtract our final balance from our principal, and it will give us the earned interest. Let's take a look at another example. Here, my principal is 1,000, rate is 3%, time is 10 years. Start with my formula. Substitute in values for variables. And now I'm ready to calculate. So I use the same formula each time. To determine the amount of interest earned, I subtract my final balance from my principal, and I get $343.92 is my earned interest. Another example, start with my formula, plug in given information, plug in my principal, plug in the rate, remember to change it to a decimal, and time, which is my exponent, and I'm ready to calculate. To get that earned interest, I subtract from my principal. So the formula does not change. If you need any help, please come see me in Google Meet.